I am officially putting the record button on, so that's a success right off the bat. The last time I remember doing a video Zoom like this, and I had switched it off for some reason, and we did the whole thing, and it's like, bam, oh my gosh, I can't believe we messed up so bad. We did, did the whole thing, and everybody wanted to hear the recording, so. Well, we got a lot of good people joining. Let's give it a few more seconds at least, maybe minutes, and see if we can get a few people on, and then we'll start. Hi, Patty. Thanks for joining. Brittany, Sarah, Mary, and Amy. So glad you guys could join tonight. Sarah, it looks like you're the only one going to Vegas from what I see. So hopefully that's not true. But we'll all be going next time for sure. Okay. My clock says 7:01, so I'm going to start if you guys don't mind. So I threw this together because I was just amazed at what I was seeing. I've seen it before from some, and it's just amazing to me when you start to look at the numbers that people can put up for recruiting or just sheer getting it done, even though it seems impossible. And so when I saw that, I go, man, there's got to be something to learn. So with zero prep, I asked 3 people, 2 of who I've never talked to before. So we're going to get to know each other live, I guess. And we're going to see, maybe do like a little interview and see how they did. So let me kick off by saying this is a great time of the year to start thinking about your business. A great time of the month. It's the beginning of the month. We've got a flash sale going on. There's super exciting stuff going on. And I always like to say, start the month out with reconfirming your goal for yourself, your personal goals, you have a goal for your business, and then recommit yourself. What am I going to do? Am I going to work enough to make that goal? And then ask the same of yourself and your team. So share that message with your team. Are they working enough to meet their goals? Are they reaching out enough? Are you reaching out enough? Are you getting told no enough times? And then, you got to help your team set their goals, and the working with your team, you can help them set their goals. They're their goals. You can talk about their commitment to their own business. And the only thing you do is have them talk about what they're going to do to commit to their business and their goals. And if it seems like it's too little, you can tell them and inspire them and talk to them. But then the rest of the time that you're going to spend with your team really is about inspiring them to meet the commitment they met to hit the goal that they want, and inspiring them and training them and teaching them. But really, you've also got your own business to work. And I want to make sure you think of those things as you're going through and working with your team at the beginning of the month. And then, let's see. Yeah, so essentially you're letting them run free, but you're keeping a watch and helping and seeing anything that you can do that you can happen to help fix for them and steer for them and do a great job. The other thing you got to do, and something that I had forgotten a bit when I started doing power hours, is are you learning enough? And have you improved your skills to catch up with your goals and your dreams? Because to get where you got a certain amount of skills. To get where you want to go next, you might have to increase your skills. And so I'm going to say this to everybody who's joined this call or watched this call. I'm proud of every single one of you, because you took a step to improve your goals or improve your skills and start to grow your business. And you grow your goals, you grow your business, it's all connected. And so that's what I really am excited about for everybody who's joined this call. And it will happen if you continue to do all those things. So that's fantastic. Just keep doing that. Keep learning, keep staying committed and growing your goals. Now, I know that Roxy always had a mindset of, I got to make this happen today. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make it happen today. I'm going to get that last phone call in. I'm going to do that last reach out. I'm going to make that last connection. She's going to have that last laugh, that last joke, and that last smile. All of those things, you don't have to wait till tomorrow. You can try to connect those into your life. And then I'm going to, before we get on to the real reason why I wanted everybody on, I'm going to throw one more thing out there. It's a quote I'm going to steal and apply it to Roxy, because this is kind of how she lived her life anyways. And I'd say that Roxy would tell you that life is short. Eat the dessert first. You guys all deserve it. Okay, so with that, I've got some dessert on the table. We're going to start with Joan. Joan, I've been looking at Joan's numbers, and she's been throwing up some huge VIP numbers. And when I saw it this month, I just said, what, 32 VIPs? And she probably finished more than that. I probably checked like the day before the end of the month or something. So Joan, I'd love to talk to you about what it is you think you're doing and how you're enabling to close, how you find them, how you enable them. Give us some words of wisdom and some tips that maybe everybody else can steal from you. And nobody lives near you, so you're good. We can't hear you. I don't know why. No. Now you're unmuted. Did you say dial in with computer audio? No. I think she said she's going to leave and come back or something. Well, Carolyn, why don't we start with you? Joan, try to get reconnected, and when you get reconnected, say hi, and let us know you got in. So, Carlin,
Sure.
Thank you for joining. I will talk about Carlin because it was flooring me, and I didn't realize today. She just told me a couple things before you guys all joined, but she recruited in 30 days 15 market partners. Yeah, there's lots of wows around the table. Wow, around the table. And so we're serious when we say there's some ideas for that she's got, and she's been in this business. I didn't realize it. She really has been here for a little while, and she just went off the hook in the last 30 days. So Carlin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us what do you think's changed and what do you think you're doing differently?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Honestly, I have been a market partner a few years, and I pushed it pretty hard when I first enrolled. And I'll get into a little bit about me and my background a little bit, but I'm an elementary art teacher. In the last couple of years, I'm now the middle school, high school art teacher. So just lots of transitions, had a couple of little babies in the mix in between in this time. And I don't know really why I kind of went silent in the start. I really don't know. I think maybe just a little bit of timing in my life, but one thing I knew I didn't want to get rid of was my market partner status and using the products. So I was going to stick through it. I don't recommend this to everybody. I recommend jumping in and diving in right away. And I don't really know what happened, but I mean, actually a lot happened. We have coronavirus and COVID going on here. And being that I'm a teacher, I was off and I was home with my 2 toddlers, kind of going bonkers most days. And I was sharing our lives to my stories on Instagram anyway. And it didn't connect that for the past like 9 or 10 months, random women, girls, friends, acquaintances had been private messaging me about my hair in the past. And I didn't even connect the dots that all I could tell them was money. I was like, that's all I can really, like, how'd your hair get so long? Who does your hair? What products do you use? And it was finally the last one in April. And I messaged one of my best friends, Sarah, who's my upline. And I said, I'm all in. I don't know. I have a weird pit in my stomach and I'm going to go, and I'm freaking nervous, but I'm just going to do it. And I'm sharing to Instagram already. And I was just posting random photos of myself with my family when these people were reaching out. So that was kind of what I think triggered me to just go. And I'm a person that's kind of all or nothing. So when I am all in, I'm all in. It's not like people were coming out of the woodwork to me. They really weren't. I I haven't done trainings. I just know that if I share my real authentic heart and my passion, that that's what people bite onto. That's what quote sells. And I never look at it as selling. It's always, always sharing, in my opinion. Um, I wrote down lots of little tidbit notes, but if Joan's up and working, I don't I don't know if you want to jump to her if she's on a time schedule, or if you want me to continue, or just keep
Why don't
talking.
we just go? Why don't we just try to go for like 5 more minutes and
Okay,
get
okay.
some of those tips out
Can
there?
you guys hear me, by the way?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Okay, okay. Just want to make sure.
I just you got to kind of just shut me up and cut me off when you're ready, but I truly just think that consistency is key. I show up every single day. As far as reaching out to some people, and I don't do a whole lot of reach outs. I mean, I do and I don't. I show up every single day on my Instagram story. I watch who's following my Instagram story. I can see. I know who's kind of hanging around. I will chime in if they've liked something. Anytime there's a flash sale, I completely take advantage of it, and I follow up with whoever's liked. I say, hey, I know we've talked before. I really don't want to push you away, but there is an amazing flash sale going on. So if you want to take the plunge and join us and ditch and switch, now's the time. Take advantage of that flash sale. So I kind of put a bug in their ear a lot. I literally was just messaging someone, a potential customer, like, I was like, okay, it's 6:54, 6:55, 6, you know, that's, and it's funny that you mentioned the dessert, because I have dessert in my notes, Erin. It's really weird. I just pour my heart out. I always FaceTime, always. If I can get them on a FaceTime chat, they are my market partner. I know they will not hang up, not a market partner. I am so truly confident in that. And if they don't, they are VIP. I know it will be one or the other. I think confidence is key. You have to have confidence in yourself, in your, it's attractive. It sells what you want, you know, when they believe me, they truly believe my heart. And now I'm emotional. Shoot, I don't know why. Sometimes I laugh. I said to Sarah, geez, Sarah's one of my best friends. She's my upline. And she used to cry about this shampoo. And I'm like, why? I want to be able to cry about my shampoo, is really what I said. And now I cry about my shampoo. And I think it's not the shampoo. I think it's a lot deeper. I let my girls know, actually, I have a man. I have a dude on my team, which I love. So I have to be careful about my language, like my girls, but I let them know I have their back through and through, and that they will not fail with me. If they do, it's their own fault. I will bend over backwards and do everything I can to make them successful. And I think they know that. I think they believe that. What else in my notes? The dessert thing. I've just got off the phone with my 2 market partners that are enrolling tonight, 3 actually, and not like in a gloating, bragging way. I just truly, they reached out. Well, I reached out to them. I said this. One is my sister-in-law, and I told her, you need to, she's actually dealing with some really big things right now in her life. And so I thought, do I reach out? I don't know. I don't want it to, I don't want to hit her when she's weak or when she's down. And I actually just told her that. I said, and she's an amazing person. She's not down. She's positive. She's great. She's thriving. She will be too. And I know she has a lot of stuff on her plate. And I think I told her, you need to hear me out one time. One time, you have to hear me and let me speak my truth and speak my piece, and then I will never ask you or bring it up to you again. I look at it as their loss, and it's something for them that they need in their life. It's not for me. It is not for me at all. Her plate being full and it being an added stressor at this point in her life, I've told her actually how much work I have been putting in, but it does not feel like work at all. It's been so inspiring and so fun that I've beamed joy, pure joy and happiness, that it's the dessert on my plate. I said, it's seriously the dessert on my plate, and it can be yours too. I don't know. It's really incredible. And I think
any last words? Because I'm going to cut you off because you did so good.
It's really, I don't know. It's just speaking from your heart, I think. So
I wanted to end that everything you said is something that everybody needs to realize when they're selling this business. Don't ever be afraid to reach out to that person who's in need, because the only reason you reached out to her is because you care about her.
Yes. I think she truly needs this in her life for many, besides just her hair and skin.
That dessert was a great tie-in to my dessert.
That's crazy you said that. I was like, I have dessert written in my notes.
So that's so awesome. I can't wait to talk to you more. Stay around. Maybe people will have some questions if you can. And I just really appreciate you taking the time and getting on the live with us. It's brave to do it when people don't always do it.
I was sweating a little bit. Not gonna lie.
You're good. So.
I don't know what I'm doing. No.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Hi. So I wanted to switch back to Joan, if we can. Like I said, Joan has been a VIP machine. I don't know how she does it at all. So I want to hear your secret sauce. What do you tell us about yourself and tell us a little bit more about what you've been doing.
Well, so I joined Monet about 4 months ago because of COVID, and I'm regularly a makeup artist. I have been for the last 15 years, but we also kind of incorporate hair into, like, we have a team of people that work together. And because of COVID, I was kind of like, I didn't know what to do. And I actually already used Monet products at that point. And I was sending all my clients to the person I was buying it from. And she was kind of like, okay, what are you doing? You're sending me too many people and it's overwhelming. So do you want to make money? And at first I was actually very hesitant because I was like, I don't really feel like I want to sell stuff. I just didn't want to have to like approach people. And she was like, well, people are asking you now anyways what you're using. So like, why don't we try it? And you can be a silent partner, because I do have a good amount of following on social media. So I didn't want to feel like I was just there to sell items. That's something like I'm really against, right? So I joined and I just kind of did it very naturally without actually selling the products. Like I was just monitoring my results from Monet. So I was taking videos and I was like, hey, this is, I've been using it for a month. These are my results so far. This is what I'm using. And people kind of just came to me like, oh, this is very interesting. And I know that when you Google Monet, there are some things that, people see. They're like, oh my God, there's lawsuits. And I always tell everybody, I'm like, you know what, do your own research. Because if you look into other brands, there's lawsuits for almost everything. Like if you look up L'Oreal, there's lawsuits. So I'm like, do your own research, look at the ingredients, and then compare them to basically what you're using. And that's pretty much how I get my clients. I just talk on Instagram a lot. I go on lives and I talk about what I'm using, and I never talk about pricing. I never even talk about joining. I just talk about them because I really love it. And I think people respect that because it's just my honesty, and they want to just buy the products. I feel like Monet just pretty much sells itself. And that's literally how I get my clients, just by going on Instagram and talking.
And so you must have, how many followers do you have? Do you have a ton of followers? And how did you
I mean, it's not a lot. I have 14,000.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of reviews on my page, and I always have for the past, I've been a makeup artist for 14 years. So I always do reviews on everything like skincare, hair care, and I'm very honest. And I think that's why I'm getting a lot of VIPs, because people trust what I say. So I don't reach out to anybody. When people ask me questions, I voice chat with them. I'll call them and I'll talk to them about it. But I'm not pushy at all. I always say, hey, you know what? I'm like, if you come in using Monat thinking it's going to ruin your hair, don't use it. I'm like, just come in with an open mind of, really trying it and giving it a chance. Because a lot of people will ask me over and over, like, all the bad stuff about it. And I'm like, hey, if you're already asking me all the bad stuff, like, I'll answer them. But I'm like, just take your time and do your research, and then, I'll be happy to sell to you. Or even if they want samples to try, like, I give them a lot of time. And I think because I'm not pushy about that, it makes them want to buy more.
So you've obviously authentically built your Instagram in a way that people believe when you talk about what you're like you're saying, I'm not pushy at all. I'm going to be authentic. I'm not trying to sell you something I'm just telling you what I think about stuff. And you found an authentic way to do that. Is there ways that you can, other people can expand their Instagram? Do you think that would?
Yeah, I think
be a way
it's
for them to get more leads,
definitely.
I
And I think we need to be more relatable to people, because when I talk about the hair care and I'm showing like friends who have postpartum, I have a bunch of friends who have been using it, and I actually track their progress. I show people and I'm like, hey, this is my friend that's using it and these are her results. And people, it's like an emotional thing. People connect with that because they're like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I just had a baby too. So then, I got a bunch of clients who just had babies. Or if I show a picture of my uncle who has used it and I'm like, look, like his hair is growing back, and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, my dad is having that issue, or like my boyfriend is having that issue. I think you just really have to make it relatable and talk about kind of your own experiences with it. I even show like a lot of tips when I'm using it. Like there's an Asian way of washing hair back in the day that my grandma taught me, where it's like you towel wash your hair. So I incorporated that with Monat, and I kind of like told a story like, oh, my grandma used to wash her hair like this. So, maybe we can do this now, and I'll teach you, and you can use Monat products.
That's pretty good. Excellent. I don't have any more questions. Yeah, you're doing an amazing job, I will say. I think that the authentic part really comes through when you're talking, and I think that's probably why it's been a big help for you. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
Brittany asked, "What's your IG name?"
It's Aglow by Joan.
You got that? Aglow by Joan. Awesome. And you don't use Facebook at all, pretty much, right?
No, because I think I thought I added you, but I added somebody else.
Oh, no, you did. I think you did add me. So I will tell you that it's like, it was super hard to connect to you because I don't know your Instagram, because I'm not an Instagram guy.
Yeah.
So if there's anything that you can learn from that, is maybe be more exposed on more social medias even, because you probably got crazy with even more. But whatever's working for you, I wish I could do it. So I think you're doing something really authentic, and I think you keep that there and help people. And you're saying most of your communications with people when they start to engage with you is voice chats. You're not.
Yeah, so I do a lot of voice chats, and then I also have this thing where, because you know how we can take the quiz on our page. So I don't really do that. I do a voice chat, and then I get them to send me like their email, and I have templates that I've actually made myself of different hair types that I send to them that I personally think, like, I'll obviously adjust them a little bit depending on what they need. I think it's a little bit better because when they take the quiz, sometimes they're like, okay, we got like all these things, and like, some of it, it's not really, I feel like it doesn't really match what they need.
Do you think would be able to share those templates in email to me or something like that? And
yeah, like, I mean, I can send you one, but it just basically, like, I'll greet them, I'll tell them what I think they need, and then that's pretty much it. But yeah, I can send you one so you can take a look.
Why not?
I feel like that's made it a lot easier for me too, in terms of what, because a lot of people will be like, what do I need? How much is this? And literally in the template, I will put, these are the things you need. This is the pricing, and this is how much it will cost if you were a VIP.
And
And that's,
do they struggle with the price ever, or?
not really. I guess I'm just lucky. Like, not really.
You got them sold. You're not lucky. You've already sold them on
You
it.
gotta put, I think you gotta put value into it too, because sometimes when I talk to them, and there are people who are saying it's like really expensive, and I break it down per month. I'm like, well, it lasts 5 months. It's gonna cost X amount per month. And do you drink coffee? Because if you do, you spend way more than that on coffees per month. And then they're like, oh yeah, you're right.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. I know you've got a client or something like that you got to talk to soon. So thanks so much for
You're
joining.
welcome.
And it's nice to get to know you. And I'm so glad you're part of the business, and keep killing it. I see great results.
you.
So
Thanks.
thank you.
Okay, bye guys.
Patty, next we're going to talk to Patty White-Eye. Patty's one of the first people after Roxy passed who really became my mentor. I don't even know if she's shaking her head no. She really did a lot for me. And I don't even think she knows all she did for me, but she made an impact on me. And I saw her determination and her drive. And, you know, we definitely connected from a work point of view, and I saw some greatness. And then I think I reached out to her about 3 days before the end of the month, because I knew she was looking to earn her Cadillac, and she had like 20,000 DV, and I go, oh, well, next month. That was my idea. And I never said that to her, but that's what I was thinking. And I'll let her take over from here.
I'm really glad you never said anything to me, because I was determined that was going to happen. So first of all, I feel like I'm tearing up. I feel like I'm going to cry. You were my mentor. So yeah, it was good timing. I got to tell you guys a little bit. I started in Monat 2.5 years ago. So January of 2018, right when everything was all crappy and the company was going through a lot of struggles, and I had no clue. I really had no clue. I didn't know there was anything wrong. I didn't know. I built a Mo neighborhood. I did my Smart Start. I decided I was going to do this business all the way to senior executive director, no matter how long it took. And that's kind of been my attitude since I started. But it has been definitely a journey for me. So I have not had the fastest growing group. I have not had some of the momentum that other teams have had. I've had to really, really put in the work for me to hit this goal. And last year I got, so in March of last year, my career rank was AMM, but I only hit MB last year. So a year ago, March. And in April, they announced shares, and I hit MM in April. So I made it, for me, it comes down to making a decision and just like putting in, my husband says it to me like this: you work like everything depends on you, and you pray like everything depends on God, because it does. And that's how I work. So last year I hit MM 3 months, but not consecutively. So I did not get my Cadillac. And I kind of had a loss of confidence. And Aaron can tell you that I remember falling apart one day when we had a Zoom call. We were going to talk about, just some strategy and stuff. And I just like completely was a puddle, which is not really common for me unless I know people really well. And I was going through a lot of confidence issues. And so I put the work in. So what I did was I worked on myself. I put in a ton of extra personal development. I do it anyway. I love it, but I did extra. And I started helping people add value to people's lives in extra ways. And that comes from you too. Finding other ways other than Monat to help people, that I could stop focusing on myself. Anyway, so up to 3 days before the end of this month. So May was good. June was good. 3 days before the end of July, I went back and looked at my numbers. I was $6,700 out 3 days. And so have amazing upline, amazing. And we were talking, okay, what can we do? What can we do? And we decided to do a PV incentive for my team. And so basically we started, as soon as we decided we were going to do it, I took screenshots of everybody's PV and we started at 0. So every person on my entire team had a chance to earn, it was like a $250 gift card for whoever had the biggest PV increase in 3 days. And boy, you guys, that worked so well. I had more people with 500 PV or more and over 1,000 than I've ever had, ever, in the history of my team, ever. It was phenomenal. I had more active lines personally than I've ever had. People were just, they wanted to try, and they wanted to be part of it. Sorry, it's my husband. He knows I'm doing this too. Anyway, a couple other things that we did that was really cool. I got this from Sideline Sister, Kirsten Huffman, if you guys know who she is. She's an absolute rock star. So in her chats, she has an incredible culture on her team. And so in her chats, when people are getting new VIPs and new market partners, you ring a bell on a GIF. So you drop a GIF in the chat. Well, we did that for every single order. Didn't matter if somebody was doing a personal order, if they got a VIP customer to order or whatever. We just started ringing the bell, and we did that about a week out, but then we like really amped it up. So that kind of got the excitement going. And then I sat down and I ran my reports to see where everybody was at. So who was close to getting a PV bonus, who was close to hitting the next rank, and not necessarily ranking up, but maybe maintaining a rank or just close to the next rank. And it might not have been their career rank. And I just started reaching out to everybody and saying, hey, did you know you only need 200 PV and you're going to get a 3% bonus? You're going to get 1,000 PV and get that bonus. So, like, here's something to go for. So I really tried to find something for each market partner to be working towards, as well as the fact that everybody was working towards, the whole team thing too. And then on the second last day, when Aaron and Tony announced that there was something special for market partners who came in before August, we started to try and really push anybody off the fence who had been just waiting. And we got some market partners in that way saying, we don't know what it is, but we know September is going to be awesome, and Monation's Impact Week is coming up, and you guys want to be involved in this, and they're going to announce what this special thing is. And gosh, it was really awesome, because as soon as people qualify in August, they're going to have 2 months for Vegas. So we were pretty excited when that happened. And because of the fact that people were working on their personal volume, the confidence level on my team right now is pretty high for Vegas. So that's cool too, right? Because now they know that 1,200, we had so many people up over 500 that this 1,200, yes, we're all going to Vegas. I have to tell you that I couldn't have done it without my upline. I couldn't have done it without my team. My team rallied, like they truly rallied, and my customers are amazing. And it's not something that one person does, but it's definitely something that I had to make a decision. I was doing it. I was going to go to bed at midnight on July 31st with my tongue hanging out, running as hard as I could. If I missed it, I was going to be able to say, well, it's not for lack of trying. So, and actually we hit in the afternoon that day, and I put 2 more VIPs in afterwards. So that was pretty cool too. But yeah, I love my team. My team, they rock. I can't wait. My biggest goal is for them to all be driving Cadillacs. That's the goal. That is the goal. So I don't know. Is that good? Is there anything else you want to know?
That's really good. That was really good, Patty. Thank you so much. I had no idea you were doing all that. That's really something. And that's a lesson. So I wrote so many notes down when you said, when push came to shove, what can I do? I got 3 days to go. What can I do? And it's amazing. And now your team is going to continue to work to try to get this done for Vegas. And that means they're going to just continue to work and blow it up and do great stuff. So guys, if you didn't write a note down, there are so many gems there that you really need to work on it. I love when time is short, you're getting excited about ringing the bell for all the orders. That was awesome. That was awesome. Lots of notes come through on the screen. So that's good. That's terrific. So does anybody have any questions that they want to ask, or Carlin is still on the phone. If there's something else you wanted to share with us, she looks scared. No.
Let's see.
Let's see if there's anything in chat. Go ahead.
I guess just if anyone has questions, yeah, as far as the MPs go, I basically look at anybody that contacts me as a market partner. I don't look at them as anything else. And then we just kind of go from there, and then I look at, let me tell you about market partner. And if you're not into that, VIP sounds pretty darn good. Instead of, oh, let's ease in while we have retail and then we have VIP and then market partner. No, that looks scary. I almost do it a little bit backwards, I think. Kind of maybe a reverse psychology, but I also think it's a no-brainer. I seriously think it's a no-brainer to be a market partner. And I just tell them that. I liked what Patty was saying about her team too, that they're amazing. That's how I feel too. It's like that's the best part. And I don't spend time in my back office. Like, I get the back office and I crunch numbers like Patty and try to say, do you know you're this far away for my market partners that I do have? But I just know, I think it drives my bestie nuts. Like, she's like, would you pay attention to where you're at here? And I'm like, no, I just know that if I get people, I'll go up. That's all I do. That's all I say. And it's not about the money for me. It's truly about helping people. And then the beauty of everything, the money that I really wasn't in it for comes, like, just so naturally, just by trying to just move your way up and just share.
So what's your goal for August?
5,000 PV.
MMB? MMB? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said 5,000 PV. I did just hit
Okay.
MMB last month. That was my goal for that month. Was
Tier 3 Vegas.
yeah. That's a lofty goal, but I figured, and I like what you said, is if you're shooting for that, you're going to land among the others if you miss. I think I always just set my goals high. My goal is for my whole team to be in Vegas with me, and that's what I mean. My problem is actually with that goal is that because I'm getting market partners rather VIPs, I'm like, that doesn't go to my PV, but I guess I have to work extra hard to just go get more VIPs with it, And that's the other thing is, if I just consistently work hard, it doesn't matter what I get.
That's awesome.
It'll pay off. But
well, it's really nice meeting you. It was nice hearing from you guys. And there's a great month ahead of us, and I can't imagine what September is going to be like. And I was told that this is going to be the biggest, most amazing holiday season for Monat ever. They said the Christmas plans and the Black Friday plans are going to shock everybody. And when they already shock us anyway, so I can't imagine. But I suspect we'll all be shocked. So get your teams together, get them rolling, get the momentum. Use what you've heard here today to see if you can make an impact to your team in August, because you're not going to want to look back after August 30th, because September 1st is going to be crazy. All right, guys, I love you guys all. Thank you guys for joining.
thank you.
Talk to you guys all soon. Bye-bye.